Hello everyone and welcome back to FSM Super Sundays. My name is Troy. As always, we're going to get straight into the charts. Right, so Euro dollar is the first pair we're looking at. Price came into a key level of resistance and since then has shown weakness and shown that it's looking to pull back. What I will do is put a Fibonacci on there just to show you what we're seeing on this. So we can go from here up to the top. So price did come into this sort of 50 region and is showing that a bit of support. However, I do think we will get a bit of a bigger pullback, just because price didn't sort of skyrocket from when it first touched this level, sort of lingering around. So we might want to see a slightly bigger dip, maybe from into this sort of region here, 61.8 level, before we head higher. Or conversely, as we have broken this trend line here, we can see prices move back down to test these levels here of the last swing low, which is not really seeing much in the way of major support on this time frame. We'll go down to the daily and see what we can find. But yeah, so price hit this level, showing a bit of weakness. A little bit of a pullback. If I go down to the daily, we can probably see a Fibonacci within the daily, sort of a bearish Fibonacci on the daily here. So we'd have to start it, technically speaking here. That is actually where the swing started. Some of you may start it from here. This is the immediate move, or even here, which is looks like a point. But I would choose the swing high. So price started to swing from this. Well, this is the high before price started to move down. So I would put it here. Doesn't make too much of a difference if it's here or here when you look at price. But your price came up and it's looking to head lower. So the levels we're looking for are this level or back at the 0, then 115.30, and then down at 114.23. And if I'm right, that's confluent with this area just in here. So a bit of support in there. That will be a nice sort of play, so you can get a bearish movement within this sort of price looking to move into a bullish trend. So what I look for is go to the 4 hour and see. Right, so we've had price break that's not a trend line there. What was the trend line I had? I think, yeah, that was it. The one I had marked out was pretty much there. Right, so 1 touch, 2, 3, 4, and this is the 5th confirmation here. You could have taken a short from this level here. So here, if you weren't sure, then definitely here would have been a nice place to take it. 50 to 60 pips stop loss would have been nice. So 50 pips would have been it's frozen now. So yeah, 50 to 60 pips stop loss would have been nice. That's the first target. So 2.6 to 1 would have been the first target. Then we had levels down at, I said here as well, which is a 4.4 to 1, and then in and around here, which is roughly a 5.9 to, let's just say 6.6 to 1. So that would have been a nice short. You'd be in profit now. As if you've missed this trade move, you can even go down to the 1 hour, look to take shorts of a break of this level here. Look for it to break, pull back, take shorts down to the levels I've mentioned with stop loss just above this high. So something like that there, 40 pip stop loss would be nice. And then, as I said before, first level and second, etc. Okay, so short term, we're looking for shorts on euro dollar. When you look at the higher time frame, we are seeing price make a nice move higher. So that's just part of the pullback before you look to get long again. Sort of when price broke above here, that was when we saw, that's where the first point of reversal. This is when the downtrend broke. If it can hold and create a higher low here, that is when we will see a nice move up. With that said, we will move on to cable. So on the weekly time frame, as I said before, you would never sort of take this as a breakout, wait for price to pull back. I don't really trade breakouts unless it's a lower time frame, a strong sort of counter trend line. If you come and look at this here now, what we can see, price has come up to test the trend line once again. So we're looking for price to test the bottom side, potentially break lower. What you do find generally is when it does fake out to one side, it will then generally break in the other direction, especially after we had a trend line break here, but it didn't follow through with a push up above this top trend line. So, but last week's candle was bearish, bearish engulfing as well. Daily time frame, what we can see, yeah, as I said before, this trend line was broken. Came to test this top weekly trend line here, and then if we scroll down, so basically I'm looking for bearish price action at least until down here, and then preferably get a pullback. If we look at this Fibonacci from wrong tool, if we look at this Fibonacci, what we can see is that prices come to test the 50 sort of Fibonacci level. What I want to see is it come up to 61.8, maybe in between 61.8 and 78.6, then get short. That will give us a nice, let's just say from here, that will give us a nice sort of tight stop loss. 50 pips or so, 55 pips would be decent, and then we can look to get a 3 to 1. We would always have what's called a runner. We know, as we do teach our students, we leave our part of position running, and then if it doesn't sort of stop here, it can keep going lower, you can still be in profit. So with downside targets being here, so the 125 level, which is pretty much here, and then down at the 122.50, so there's a lot of targets to the downside we can look for. But ultimately, we're definitely looking bearish. If we do get a bounce from the bottom side of the trend line, we'll just look to take longs again. But, you know, being careful, we're looking to take it in an area of interest. So something around here would be ideal, just because that is where we're seeing a level of minor sort of support and resistance. So yeah, not too much else to discuss on cable. That's just sort of a similar bias to euro dollar, looking for take shorts. Whereas this on cable, we're looking to take shorts also in the long term as well, or medium term, I should say. Yeah, and we'll have a quick look at dollar before we round up, just to show you what we're seeing on this weekly time frame. Bullish last week, or it was still in the range of this one. So, you know, it's not quite decided. It's not quite shown its hand, as in going to the upside. Yeah, so it has broken out. Hopefully this is the breakout and not a fake out. So we're seeing price come back in and maybe looking to continue to the upside. That will be what we do favor. As we said, we are looking for bearish on euro dollar and on cable. So ideally we get a price move up from where it is, at least up until 94.75, and then other levels to the upside are there's not much in the way of support up until maybe 97.70. You see a lot of this here. There's not really a solid level of support. So maybe if we zoom all the way out or go to a higher time frame, we might find something worth noting. Not a lot. Yeah, not a lot. Maybe something around here we can say. But yeah, apart from that, there's not much else in the way onto the upside. So what if it does break this 95.20 level, then yeah, that will look much higher. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. We hope you did enjoy this video. We'll be back again very soon with another breakdown, but we hope you do take these analysis into consideration, and with your own analysis, don't just trade it blindly, and also use your initiative to get on board. As always, things can change during the week, so don't just sort of think that our bias will stick. We have said to you where things can change and what we would then look to do. But yeah, guys, I hope you have a wonderful trading week, and goodbye.